the age of the Janapadas resulted in the formation of urban centers as there was an expanding agrarian economy. The development of agriculture was conducive to the sustenance of non-agrarian sector of economy, and in the non-agrarian sector we have active presence of craftsmen, reference to diversified crafts groups, and of course merchants and traders in the milieu of 6th century BC. In the Ganga Valley, we find that the representation of craftsmen in literature is immense. The Pali canonical literature refers to diverse crafts and professions, and the term used for this is CIPA. The term CIPA meant not only craftsmen but other occupational groups also. We have, other than the craftspeople, reference to traders and then merchants who were also given the epithet Kammam. The Pali text Sutta Nipata, Digha Nikaya and others refer to different kinds of crafts that were followed in the society, and these are the Yanakara, that is the wheel maker, the Kamara, the crafts of the blacksmith, Vardhaki, that is the carpenter, Malakara, the garland maker, then we have Suchikara, the needle maker, Nalakara, the reed maker, and some other also different kinds of crafts are also referred to. If we look at the field archaeological materials that were found during the 6th century BC, we find that field archaeology also supplements the information about the crafts that we get from Pali literature. Ganga Valley was the prime center where we have the proliferation of the crafts, and these people were generally living in the cities, and sometimes we have the crafts group living near the cities and serving the clientele of the city. We also have reference to crafts group living in the fringe of the city areas, for example the Nalakara, that is the reed maker, because Pali text talks of a village inhabited by the Nalakaras, Nalakara Gama. Therefore, the diversity of crafts, the localization of crafts groups is seen in the Pali literature. One of the very important crafts groups were those of the blacksmith. From the field archaeological materials, we have reference to immense number of iron tools, and this also supplements our knowledge of the blacksmith that we find from Pali literature. Now, if we look at the Pali canons, we find that the Kamara, the blacksmith, or sometimes they are also they dealt in metal, and so they could also be regarded as metalsmith, were highly regarded in the society, even though their CIPA is known as a Hina CIPA. Actually, it is important to note here that in the Buddhist literature we find variations in the different kinds of crafts. So, some crafts are, or some occupational groups are known as Ukkatta CIPA and others are known as Hina CIPA. But the fact remains that the Kamara were very important in the social milieu, and therefore we find that the Buddha also respected the Kamara. We have reference to a person who actually gave the last meal to Buddha during his parinirvana, and Buddha was very much impressed by this man and he stayed with him. He was referred to as Kamara Putta. The epithet Putta means that he was the son of a blacksmith.